All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I'm going to call this podcast is Your Belly is Your Beast. Now, that's a play off of words or an expression called the belly of the beast, which basically the belly of the beast is like it's a very bad situation or a dangerous place or area, I guess you could say. It's a lot of times, someone having to go do something, and that's where it's kind of the most, I guess the craziest or the scariest or the most risk or the most complicated or maybe a place everyone dreads going to. But that's where kind of the belly of the beast or what it's meant to be. And in this case, what I'm talking about is your belly, meaning you as a person in your stomach, your core area. Because I think a lot of people, really underestimate the weight that they're carrying in their belly and their stomach area, the effect it has on their life. One reason I know this is because I lived it for not a few years, but for a couple decades. And I was actually, I don't want to say I was fat. I was very fit, but my stomach area was very big. I kind of look like a miniature version, I guess you could say, of a power lifter, or maybe those guys, the strongman, where, those guys where they're the strongest men in the world. I am not saying I was that. Those guys are 6'7" and big. But I kind of was really fit everywhere. My legs, my arms, my neck, my chest, my back. But I had that stomach sticking out, especially back then when we put a belt on to lift weights. And a lot of people underestimate how big my stomach was because my clothes, I was like a 54 coat, say, and when I would wear certain shirts, it hid the belly a lot of times. But then I could assure you, if I sat down or laid down, I had a belly. It was probably 38, 40 inches. And I would feel it like everyone else did. Even if you turned sideways, if you ever had a belly, you could almost feel the whole thing move. And, a lot of people, I believe, underestimate, as time goes on, the effect having a big belly or a big, just having that stomach that's way overweight. And it's not always about here and now. It's what that's going to evolve in. Also, what it's doing to your skin, your internal organs. Now, I talk a lot about different things regarding the core because I kind of neglected it for most of my life, except maybe the last decade and a half. I always talk about now when working out, revolve a lot of it around your core area. And this goes for men and women. Hold on, let me get some water. I think a lot of times when people hear me talk, because I, for the most part, for a long time, was helping men with confidence, health, and wellness and things. But I also help women. But there are so many women also out there that are way overweight. And here's the deal. If you have health conditions and you're overweight or you're on meds, I feel for you. And I'm not talking about, that situation with the belly of the beast or your belly is a beast. I get a lot of people have complications with their health. But there are also a lot of people out there that don't want to admit it, but they neglect their health. Even at times if they are sick. A lot of times we do use certain things as a cop-out sometimes. I use my youngest daughter as an example. She had a liver transplant. She's been on steroids her whole life. And, she's kind of she's been an athlete throughout her life and very healthy, doesn't drink, smoke, nothing. And I've been around a lot of kids also that kind of had what she had. And believe me, that is unbelievable. But she was somebody who didn't want to use the excuse of steroids hurting her or, well, of course, they're having an effect on her, making her gain a lot of weight. She wanted to offset that. Even though she was taking steroids, she still wanted to stay in great shape, and she did that. There are also a lot of people out there that don't do that. Now, again, that doesn't mean they had a liver transplant or any of that. I'm just saying the way they look at their life a lot of times is, what's really affecting me? Especially when it comes to your health and wellness. Now, I also see a lot of people, complaining too about, being overweight, right, with their stomach and not being able to lose weight. But I also see them out a lot of times still eating a lot of shit food, never doing anything physical, drinking a lot. And here's the deal, and I say this as a test all the time. If you can't go up a couple flights of stairs, 2 or 3, and if you are winded, and you got a belly or you're overweight, well, you've got to get that weight off you. Because I think a lot of people may live in a house like a ranch, or they don't really do anything physical. They may even work in an office, so they don't really know how out of shape they are. And before you know it, they're 10, 15, 20 pounds, overweight. And, their clothes may have progressed over the years and when they were like whatever. I don't know if you're a woman, if you're a size, you may have been a 4 or 6, and now you're an 8, or maybe even a 10. I don't know. Guys, you may have been a 32, 33, now you're kind of a 35. We got to pay attention that we do not let ourselves go, because as time again goes on, that stomach is going to get bigger and bigger, and that can lead to bigger and bigger problems. I have a funny expression too when kind of I want to lose weight to a certain degree. And I just did this recently because my belly wasn't huge by any means, but I was getting winded again. And I said, hey man, I feel like when I was 230 to 250 and I'm working out 5 days a week. Why am I getting winded? And I started to realize I was eating a lot of unhealthy foods again, because we have a Portillo's, which is a Chicago style Italian restaurant. I guess you could say a lot of beef, sandwich, sausage, burgers, things in that nature. I was going there a lot. But not only that, my stomach was getting bigger. And I was actually fluctuating between 200 and 210 when I used to be 195 to 200. And I said, let me just, I know how to lose weight very quickly. And it took me actually longer than usual, but I did lose the weight. And my God, I can't even tell you the energy level just losing 10 pounds. I want to get down to 190, maybe even 185. But the thing is, I lose size and I lose strength. And I don't like that necessarily, but I am at the point in my life right now, I'm going into my mid-50s, where I just want to have energy. And, that's one thing. I'm going to wrap it up with it, and I have something else. Losing just some small weight will start building momentum, and it will start building you that energy that you may have think you lost. What's happening is you're burning up so much of that energy with all of that weight. Maybe not only around your belly, it could be anywhere. But losing that weight and getting lighter is just a game changer. I call it getting light on your toes. You may want to try this. I don't want to do this for financial reasons, but if you do spend a lot of money on shit food, maybe look at yourself for a while like you're broke, like as a joke, where you can't afford to say go out with your friends and eat and drink like you used to, or just tell them, hey man, I can't meet you for drinks tonight at happy hour. The next one, we're going for wings for football on Sunday. Maybe missing a week. Maybe not eating all that shit food, or saying, hey guys, why don't you come to my house? We'll do it here. And maybe you're eating something healthy. And also when you're going to the grocery shop, stop putting that extra shit in there that you don't need. Or don't go to that store. I know that sounds whack, but I'm telling you, you really got to pay attention to these stupid type of things. They're not even stupid. But if you kind of, I don't want to say trick yourself, but if you kind of play differently than you played before, because I see this too. The economy, with everybody complaining about the prices going up. I'm hearing, oh my God, it's so expensive to, for gas. It's so expensive to go eat out. It's so expensive to go shopping for clothes, all these things. I still see people out all over the place, at least in Florida, eating out. They may not be eating at the restaurants they ate out before, say more fine dining or steakhouses or seafood. I see them going out just as much, but they're going wing house, pizza, burgers, fast food. So again, you want to maybe just think about those things. All right. I saw a woman, I'm going to wrap it up with this officially today, a video. She started working out over 50 and she's 85 and she's a bodybuilder. And she said the same thing I always said, and I love it. You want to start losing a little bit of weight. Okay. Just start walking. I'm telling you, I don't care if you want to walk in a mall, your neighborhood. I don't care if you want to walk, if you get a pet, which I'm going to actually do something. If you have a pet, walking more with them. Or if your neighbor or your friends or whatever have a pet, you could go visit them, walk the dog for them. Just get more active, and it's going to start building momentum. Losing a pound or two, you may be shocked at how that changes your mindset. And then weighing yourself maybe a few days later and maybe just changing up your eating habits a little bit, and start building that momentum to lose weight in that belly area. All right, we really want to concentrate on your core, especially if you're middle-aged or older. It's not easy to lose. I'm telling you, as you get older, you're thinking, I'll just lose a quick 10, 15 pounds after New Year's. One of those things, New Year's comes and goes, and you're heavier than you ever been the next year. So, got any questions or comments, please feel free to hit me up. I'm going to be discussing these things on my anti-aging experience webinars. If you have any questions regarding that, please feel free to hit me up. I'm at rich@richcelenza.com. I also do consulting with many different things regarding health, wellness, fitness, wardrobe, and anti-aging. All right, take care.